Happy Thanksgiving! So, it's been quite a while since I've talked to you. I just wanted to check in and say happy Thanksgiving, say happy birthday to me, and tell you guys what's been going on in my life. I've been super busy, super busy. I just this morning literally just came back from the oral exam of the DELE, which is the Diploma of Spanish International Instituto Cervantes exam for foreigners. So it's a Spanish exam. I'm taking the C1, which is the C1. It's advanced exam, and that's basically what I've been studying for the entire time I've been here, for the whole year and a half that I've been here. And I had the oral today, and I passed. And I will have the written and listening exam tomorrow, which I'm starting at 8 something in the morning and won't get done until 12 or 1, something like that. But I'm feeling really good about it. And then I'll be done, or not. So then I will have passed my Spanish. I'll have a certificate, a diploma. If I pass that, I'll finish up my Spanish course at the university in December. But however, for visa reasons, I will keep taking Spanish from January until May. And I'll probably just move to the language school, which is a little cheaper, a fewer hours, because the other big draw of my time is I have a job. Yay! This summer I was contacted by an academy, an English academy here in Zaragoza, and they're an English academy for kids. And I wasn't really looking for an academy job. I put my information out on the internet, looking for clases particulares, so going to people's homes, and basically playing in English with kids, which is what I had been doing before last year. And since I was a native, this academy found me. They said, "You're a native and we want you." And they explained to me a little bit how the academy worked. It's just for kids, it's not for adults. It's called Helen Doran. And it's actually a worldwide, a big, huge company that has English academies all over the world. I think 900 English academies all over the world or something. It's a very interesting and exciting method that's particular to this academy. It's all about, it's basically the mother tongue method is what they call it. So it's trying to learn English and teach English as you would learn your first language. So as we would learn English, we don't sit in a classroom and learn English when we're 2 years old. No, we listen to our mom speak, we listen to the television, we listen to music, we listen to the world around us, we ask questions. So basically it's that, and the kids come once a week, and they play with me in English. So it's very exciting. We actually start classes, you can start from 3 months, and it goes up to 18 years. And so I'm having so much fun at the academy. I'm enjoying it so much. It's a lot of work. The past 2 weeks, last week, the 2 weeks before last week, I had 2 weeks of seminars. And so basically during the summer I had to do a teacher training, a 5-day teacher training from 9 to 5, learning the method, learning how to teach with the method, and kind of testing me out to see if I could handle it and if I was going to be a good teacher and if I was going to fit in with the method and how it works. I passed that. It was great. It was stressful because it's 9 to 5, and then from 5 to whenever you're making things for the next day to do presentations like a little tiny class. And the way we teach, we don't teach through sitting down and studying with a book and writing. No, we teach through activities, through games, through songs, and we make a lot of props. So things that the kids can touch, they can play with, things that make noise, things that they can count, whatever it is that has to do with what we're teaching them. And it's very, very cool. So that's what I did this summer. And then these past 2 weeks, I've had 2 weeks of seminars. I had 5 different seminars to get trained for different courses. Because at the academy, I'm teaching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different courses. And I had to get trained in some of these courses, and I got trained in some other courses that I'm not teaching for the future. It was very, very exciting. It was a lot of work because it was working at the academy, going to the seminars in the morning, teaching in the afternoon, and making the things for the presentations the next day at night, which was very stressful, but really, really fulfilling. And I'm loving it. I get to hang out with kids and their parents sometimes, depending on their age. I get to make crafts. I get to sing. It's just the perfect. If you could think of the job for me, if you know me, theater person, always making a mess, making art things, playing with kids. It's just exactly perfect for me. So I've been doing that. I've been studying for my Spanish exam. It was my birthday. It was great. I went on my birthday, which was Friday, to see the new Harry Potter movie, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It was wonderful. I loved it. And then on Saturday, I went out to dinner and was surprised by 17 or 18 of my friends at this American restaurant called Ribs that's on Calle Alfonso, which is our little main street. And it was really, really good, a really good dinner, really good to hang out with friends. Spanish friends, my American friends, my British friends. So we had half the table that spoke Spanish, half the table that spoke English, and I was in the middle speaking both. It was great. I am speaking mostly Spanish. I speak a lot of English because of work now. But in my daily life, my day-to-day life, I'm speaking almost 100% Spanish. And I'm loving it. I would rather speak in Spanish than English. And actually sometimes it's hard for me to speak in English. Not when I'm teaching, not stuff like that, but especially when I'm talking to my parents, because there's things I want to say that I'm so used to saying now in Spanish that I translate them from Spanish in my head. So I'm not just saying them in English, it's not just coming out. It's, I think of what I want to say in Spanish, and I translate it, and it's not the same. It's not the same. So sometimes my sentence structures are a little off, but not in a way that you can notice. But sometimes my expressions, I can't think of the expression in English, but I know it in Spanish, and it kills me. But that's just what comes from, immersing yourself in the language, which I'm loving. So my plan going forward: finish this exam tomorrow. Boo boo, let's kill it. And hopefully I pass. I won't know for like 2 or 3 months if I pass, but hopefully I do. I'm coming home for Christmas. I'm leaving from Zaragoza on Friday, December 23rd in the morning, taking the train to Madrid, getting on a flight, going to Dallas, going to Memphis, and I will be in the Memphis airport at 8 p.m. on Friday, December 23rd, which is great. It's just one big day of travel, and that means I will get to go to the farm with my family on Christmas Eve, which is going to be wonderful because I need some quality family time. Last Christmas I was here, and I was missing the traditions. I was missing my family, and they've been to visit me twice now, which is wonderful, of course, and everybody's always welcome to visit, but I need a little Memphis time. So I'm doing Memphis for Christmas. I'll be going to Birmingham for a couple days for New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Then I have to rush back to Memphis because, of course, my mother has a meeting in Florida right before I leave, so I have to rush back, spend time with her before she leaves. And then on the 6th of January, which is a Saturday, I get on a flight Memphis to Dallas, I think, and then Dallas to Madrid, and I'll get to Madrid on Sunday morning here. And I start work on Monday, so it's a quick two-week vacation, but much needed, very exciting. I was going through a whole process a couple of months ago where I was thinking about visas and how to handle that, and how, now that I have the job, figuring out how to stay here. But I've made this commitment to the job, staying here, figuring out how to do that. And honestly, the easiest way is not to get a work visa, which would be very difficult for me to get since I'm working part-time, and since I am American, it's very, very difficult to get. The company actually has to prove that nobody else can fill the job that I'm doing, the position that I'm doing, which on one hand is easy because it's a native speaker job, but on the other hand, there are people, I'm sure, that already have work permission to work and work visas that would be able to get it. So I decided that would be a hard way. I would have to come home, I would have to apply for work permission, and then once I get the work permission, come home, go to Houston to apply for a new visa, and then wait for 3 weeks or a month for the visa, which would just, it's not practical. I'm working, I'm studying, I can't take that much time off of work. And so what I've decided to do is I'm continuing to be a student on a student visa. I'll finish up hopefully at the university in December, and then depending on what I can do, I'll either do another semester at the university or hopefully go to the language school and do a Spanish class there, because it's less hours, it makes more sense, it fits better into my schedule. I love the university, I would stay there for the rest of my life if I could, but I'll be done with my class and I'll have hopefully gotten the deli, so it's just more practical to spend less money, spend less time, and go somewhere else. And then I'm thinking about doing my master's in September, starting my master's in September. I can do that here and still have a student visa. The requirements for a student visa are either you have to study the Spanish language and be in an official language school, you have to be in undergraduate studies, or you have to be doing a master's. So I can't start my master's in January because the program doesn't work like that. You have to start in September. I'm looking into different options. I haven't really researched a bunch yet, but I will start after this exam is over, probably in January after I'm done and I have a little more free time. Just off the top of my head, I noticed that they have a teaching program. It would be in Spanish, but I think it would qualify for anything if I stayed here, if I came back. I just think it's a good option. It's a year-long program, and that would give me another year of my student visa. And after 3 years of student visa, 3 continuous years, they have this option where you can switch to a residence visa if you have a job. So if I continued working at the academy, which I'm planning on doing, in the long run, I could potentially get another visa without having to come back to the US and apply for it. It would just transfer into a residence visa. Residence visa does not mean that I am a citizen. It does not mean that I'm staying here for the rest of my life. I don't know. I'm just thinking about my options and planning ahead. So there's always the option of coming home, but here I have a job, I have a life, I'm studying Spanish, I love the city, I love my friends, and I'm here for a while. I am super excited about coming home for Christmas. I'm hoping to be coming home 3 times in 2017. So I'll be home for Christmas for sure. My baby brother is graduating in May, so I have to come home for that. I'll be home for just a long weekend, probably. And then depending on what vacation time I have, I'm hoping to be back in August for a little while as well. I'm trying to convince my parents to come for Easter because it's kind of a weird, big thing here. We have Semana Santa. There's a bunch of processions, there's people wearing masks, it's kind of creepy, it's kind of awesome. So if anybody is ever in my neck of the woods, which includes all of Europe, and you want to stop by for a night or two in Zaragoza, it's a great place. There's a huge cathedral, it's beautiful, it's got great food, great tapas, and you always have a place to stay. People ask me if I'm going home to visit my family, my friends, and I say no, because it's more fun for them to come visit me here. So, I just wanted to do a quick update. I love you all. I hope to see you soon. Hopefully, when I'm not so busy, I will get some of the videos up. I know I have from Semana Santa last year for Easter, from the stuff I did this summer, and just a lot of stuff. So I'm hoping to make a few, like 3 big videos, and then maybe I'll kind of get my stuff together and start making some more. Now that I have a steady job, I have a steady income, which is awesome. This is my first like big girl grown-up job. I mean, I worked one summer at DCY, but that was before I went to college. It didn't really count. And then the rest of my life has been nanny and co-parenting, which is definitely a real job, but just not on payroll. So I also want to say an early happy birthday to my mom. Feliz cumpleaños, mami, te quiero mucho. Her birthday is on the 29th, and I'm so sad that I'm not going to be there. But I will see you in December with lots of gifts, lots of hugs, and lots of kisses. Okay, well that's it. I hope to see you guys soon. Let me know if you're ever in my neck of the woods. Ciao, saludo. Quick update to my update. I just got home from the big test. I think everything went great. There was one part that gave me a little trouble, but who knows. So wish me luck.